Welcome to the Not So Late Show.
I'm Zane. Today will be our April Fool's special. Today, I'm dressed in an outfit that made two poor, unsuspecting women who were walking back to their dorm run away from me in fear.
And I'm just wearing whatever I found in the closets backstage.
We hope you enjoy the show today.
Now, before we jump into this week's Gossip Guru, we have a couple of things to address.
First of all, as you may or may not have noticed, we are not your usual Gossip Guru hosts.
And that was not your usual episode open.
If you're confused as to why, check your calendar, because today is April 1st, and we've got quite a few... Give me a second. Twix up our sleeve.
I think you mean generic candy bars, Zane. Anyways, not only will this episode be full of fun surprises for you, the viewer at home, but us hosts are also getting some surprises today.
Right. For one, we normally get to read our scripts beforehand, but today we're finding out everything along with you.
Hopefully the scriptwriters don't make us say anything too incriminating. Anyways, let's get back to our usual programming. I'm excited to host Gossip Guru for once. It should be a lot of fun.
Well, Carrie, I guess you haven't heard yet, but unfortunately our budget has been under assault recently.
You mean it's under a salt shaker?
No, it's been under attack.
Like those small nails?
We have no money. Luckily, our executive producer decided to take this as an opportunity for some team building. They said we should share our darkest moments.
What?
Well, it is technically still Gossip Guru, except we're gossiping about ourselves.
Bro.
I'll start. Sometimes I'll be talking to some of my friends of European heritage. We'll be talking about movies, and then suddenly World War II comes up. And when they start talking about it, I almost burst out laughing every time.
What? Why?
Well, I know I shouldn't be laughing at World War II, so I have to tell myself mentally not to. But when I do, I start thinking about other funny stuff, like memes, vapes, my friend Big Mac. And when I lock back in, I'm about to laugh.
Well, that sucks. I push old people.
What?
I can't help myself. Whenever I see an elderly man, I push them over. Elderly woman, pushed over. My favorites are the couples. I shoved this old lady to the ground, and then the guy went, hello? And then I pushed him too.
That's definitely illegal. You should be behind bars.
They're old. Who even cares? This one old guy was walking through an alleyway when me and my crew started rhythmically walking towards him, snapping our fingers in a constant 60 beats per minute. I told him, you better walk faster if you with me and my crew, and then I tipped him over like the Pisa Tower.
Well, at least I'm not all bad. I support important causes. I vote, I protest, I donate $200 to a civil rights organization, which then immediately used it to buy a mansion. I did a backflip on the border. It really hurt.
Was it because you don't...
It was because I don't know how to do a backflip.
Oh.
It was more of a side flip, really, a half somersault, quarter cartwheel, adjacent arboresque.
You know, I'm actually the reason people stopped leaving pies on their windowsills to cool.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I would tiptoe up to the windowsill and then swallow the entire pie in one go.
You were that hungry?
Yeah. But I always got caught because my stomach would always be suspiciously pie-shaped. And when it did, a dramatic music cue would occur, and I would form my face into a devilish grin.
I see. Well, I partook in a little bit of trolling over the winter. One of my friends, this is Big Mac again, was making me very mad in Call of Duty, which I love playing. So I broke into Zion National Park and I uprooted several trees. I'm talking spruce, oak, birch, the Joshua tree, like that U2 album, all of them. I then drove over to his house and planted them all in front of his door so he couldn't leave.
What? Why trees? Hang on. Isn't Zion in Utah?
but I forgot, or forgore, as the kids are saying, that roots exist. And so the next morning, when Big Mac went out, all these massive trees were just rotting in his front yard and blocking his garage.
Oh, that's just like Minecraft. I love Minecraft.
I love Minecraft too. Let's start a multiplayer server, and we'll all play on it for like 2 weeks, and then maybe play once every other week, and then forget about it.
I love Minecraft almost as much as I love punching kids. I punch so many kids right in their face. It is very satisfying to watch. I punched one kid here, and she was not happy.
That wasn't a kid. That was our beloved crew member, Lyra.
Oh, well, I can't wait for my comeuppance. And by that, I mean I'll get away with punching kids for the next few years. And then someone will make an avant-garde exposal on me with my face crossed out and impact font saying, "The Carrie situation is insane." Then I'll lose like one contract deal, move to Memphis, Tennessee, and make country music.
The Memphis diss is crazy. That's not as bad as the time I saw a guy wearing a Harvard shirt. He went to our school too, so it was weird. I got so mad I said, "Looks like Daddy didn't donate a building, you poor urchin."
But we can't forget about the one time I dumped about 20 pounds of glue in my friend while she was sleeping. You could definitely say it was a sticky situation.
Discombobulation.
You could say I was sticking to my guns.
Bruh.
You could say she was not breathing.
Oh. Well, that's all we have time for on this team building segment. I'm Zane.
And I'm Carrie.
And we'll see you next week if we're not behind bars by then.
Up next, we're heading over to Nate and Anna for a very special release date.
But first, a brief word from our sponsors.
Rats, the unofficial dorm residents with discerning taste. Tired of bland crumbs and stale leftovers? Introducing Rat Royale, the gourmet rat food that runs dorm living into a 5-star rat experience.
I used to dwell on subpar snacks, but with Rat Royale, my study sessions are fueled by the finest fare. Now, students make sure just to buy it for us. Talk about sharing the wealth.
Students, it's your turn to step up. Buy Rat Royale and feed your furry roommates. It's not just a snack, it's a campus tradition in the making. Rat Royale, when dorm dining demands more than just scraps. Elevate your rat experience and support your dorm community now.
What are you waiting for? Go buy your Rat Royale.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Release Date. I'm Nate.
And I'm Anna.
Today, mostly due to the insane amount of conversation about this new movie, most of which comes from former critics surprised by its legitimacy, we'll be discussing the newest installment in the Marvel franchise, Gloomsday.
Gloomsday is the 67th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, was released on February 30th of this year, a release that many people looked past at first. The film includes a very extensive cast pulling from mostly the people that you'd expect. Entire previous casts of former Marvel movies, dead or alive, as well as a surprise villain that was barely even hinted at within the trailers and took many people by surprise. The film went from being prematurely hated by most viewers to entering Oscar talks within just a few weeks.
Now, I'll admit that I myself was suffering from some Marvel fatigue before this film, but I gave it a chance. I was so glad I did. This film was one of the most surprising watches in my life. Not only is the plot shocking, but the performances were incredible. I know there's talk of this film sweeping both lead and supporting nominations, not just wins for the next Oscars, and I think that is absolutely plausible. Some of the notable performances include the cast of the confirmed not to die in their film Thunderbolts, who all did a great job pretending to be in an indie movie. This really made the film feel like a piece of art. It's clear that the box office wasn't the #1 consideration like in previous Marvel movies, which I loved. Still, this film did of course make $100 billion in a worldwide box office, resulting in a staggering $7 profit. We'll discuss more performances in a moment, but I did want to take a moment to acknowledge the fantastic visual work here. The effects, which took only 1 month to produce, were almost somewhat a little believable. And paired with the medication commercial-style lighting, this film was a visual treat. Now, the performances, there are obviously too many to mention everyone here. Seeing their 15-hour cast reveal video for an explanation on that. Some of my personal favorites included Kermit the Frog as Simon Walterson, who brought an innate humanity to a minor role that still packed a punch from so many viewers. Mr. Beast was a somewhat shocking addition to the group, but he still managed to fall right into place as Ultron 2. Tom Hanks reprised his role as Mr. Rogers for one of the most graphically violent performances I've seen in a Marvel movie. I still don't understand how they got away with that one. Specific kill that I won't spoil for you. When you see the movie, you'll know. Abby Lee Miller rounded out the very impressive B-plot that intricately balanced commentary on climate change and natural disasters as she fought the not-so-distant future reality of Sharknado. One of the only lackluster performances, in my opinion, came from Zane Clow, an up-and-coming director that donned a frankly terrifying bird mask and seemed to struggle through a bit through the physicality that the role demanded. The film's most talked about performance that I'm sure you've all been waiting for me to mention came from a villain I'm still shocked they managed to get the rights to. Now, I hate to possibly spoil this for you, since it was so barely hinted at in the trailers, so please avert your eyes and ears if need be. I, like many others, agree that Louis the Llama from Llamageddon series, as the anchor of the film, not only is Louis utterly terrifying, but it also just feels so real. This isn't a cartoonist villain character. This is a nuanced character with both flaws and strengths, making him one of the most compelling villains I've seen in a long, long time. All in all, Avengers Gloomsday is already the best film of the year, so please go see that if you haven't. And if you do, please buy 2 tickets to give Marvel as much financial support as possible, because they deserve it.
Speaking of which, I myself was so shocked by this villain reveal that I wanted to take my time today to talk about Llamageddon, an often overlooked masterpiece that is one of the most breathtaking movies I have ever had the honor of seeing.
Absolutely. I rushed to watch this movie as soon as I left the theater after my first viewing of Gloomsday, and it honestly really informed my next 13 viewings.
Llamageddon, directed by Howie Doohan and starring Pinky Brainwaves, L. Lean Burnside, and Louis the Llama, is a 2015 sci-fi horror film. The film follows a vengeful llama from outer space who lands on Earth and seeks to destroy everything and everyone in its path.
I heard that they might be remaking it with Brad Pitt as Louis.
Anyway, I thought the movie was such a delight. I never thought that a random low-budget horror film on Amazon that I stumbled across at 3 a.m. would end up being a cornerstone of the film industry's future. First of all, the special effects are nothing short of breathtaking. This film took a pretty revolutionary approach akin to collaging and physical art, in which much of the shots were pulled from existing stock footage sites. It looks so realistic, and is quite amazing that they discovered such a process. On top of that, the film does not stray away from stunts, including a sequence of real fireworks that clearly involved no safety conditions. Additionally, the cinematography is so innovative. The film drops pretenses of technical quality in favor of a more archival, Blair Witch-esque visual style, the kind of style that dares you to notice each individual pixel. The style extends to the lighting as its very naturalistic style, giving that sense of realism and terror that connects you to the terrifying plot. A plot that is ultimately a masterpiece. It's a crime that this film was not nominated for any awards, no Oscars, Tonys, or Razzies, rather becoming a major cult classic. The plot answers the long-awaited question: what would happen to Earth if an evil llama took over? And honestly, I think that this movie takes this very realistically. Most of the cast consist of non-actors imbuing the film with a sense of Italian neo-realism. Sensibilities centering in this sci-fi plot, rendering some very naturalistic and interesting performances. The most notable performance comes from Louis the Llama, who plays the evil alien llama. Absolutely amazing performance that will likely be cited in acting education for centuries. Overall, this film is incredible. It's exactly 69 minutes long, and it's a must-watch. It's free on Amazon Prime, but likely not for long, following its resurgence on the back of Louis. So I would definitely recommend to watch this one.
Please, please Watch this film. It changed my life.
You're not special, Nate. This movie changed the world.
That's all we have this week on release date. But please, go check out both Avengers, Gloomsday, and Lamageddon as soon as you physically can.
Up next, we have a very special music video of the week for you. Our producers recently uncovered some archival footage of an unreleased album created by students at Studio 21 over 30 years ago.
A lot of work was put into restoring the quality, so we hope that you enjoy the first ever Tiger TV Vault release, Ropera and Sally by Sally and Sons.
Yo, it's Studio 21. We back on the scene. Tiger TV living large. You know what I mean. We got news, we got views, we got awkward reviews, and our budget's so low, we paying IOUs. Oh snap. Lights, camera, we ain't prepared. Mic check. Oh wait, where's the sound engineer? Studio 21, yeah. Bringing you the hype, but our teleprompter's broke, so we reading off of Skype.
Editing all night with Sally on guard. The mannequin moves. Nah, we're just sleep starved. We booked a guest star, but they ghosted the crew. So now it's just me in a wig doing an interview.
Breaking news. Oh wait, that's from last May. Somebody help, this green screen won't go away. Tiger TV, we running this show, but our boom mic's a broom and it's taped to a pole.
So tune in, y'all. It's chaos and gold. Will this set fall apart? Who knows? Stay bold.
Studio 21, we're the greatest on earth. At least till they realize we snuck in here first. Word.
Welcome back to Studio 21.
Today, we're back with another Off the Record to close things off.
The name of the game? Jeopar-don't.
What is that, you may be asking? Well, so are we.
Hold on. I'm being told that we'll be given the answers to trivia questions and we'll have to guess what the question is.
Okay.
Well, here goes nothing. You will be given
And the answer to a trivia question. Your job is to guess the correct question that goes with each question.
Exact.
Word
Word
matches
matches
only.
only.
Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
We just say who goes first. I go first.
Yeah, you go first. Okay.
Studio 21 for 600.
Are we on teams or are we doing this individually?
I hope we're doing this individually. Two. Okay, number of eyes that I have. Or what is number of eyes that I have? That Nate has. What is number of eyes that Nate has?
Why would it say your name if we don't?
I don't know.
It
Yeah.
might.
It-
We have a Debbie
What
Downer
is the-
over here.
yeah.
Okay.
2, number of seconds. that
Drum
this will
roll.
take to set up.
Oh. We're having a technical difficulty.
The slide.
Oh, no, you're not supposed to press.
Zane.
Yeah, there's.
What did they say? Oh my God.
I know that one. Probably shouldn't look at that.
Avert your eyes.
Sheet over here.
You are not thinking about the game we are not playing. You are not thinking about the game we are not playing.
Yeah, you can't tell this is.
Yeah, you can.
And of course, I guess the correct question would have been how many times has Zane used his alleged great gargantuan good gaming guide as an excuse to get paid for playing video games this school year? You get paid for this?
Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Can I go
You
next?
didn't get that right. That was so easy.
Get paid?
Maybe next time.
It's okay.
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 Okay. Can we do
And the
Not So
producers
Late
just
Show 1000?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa. Can't.
Can we say
Is
that
that-
word?
No, we can't say it.
Dang.
What do you think the question is?
What is David Nilsson's favorite word?
Just say what is.
Is everyone's final answer?
That is my final answer.
we
Are we
This is a
answering this
group?
as a collective?
Team, but you can give more.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we
what
were
are we
competing.
not allowed to say on live TV?
Yeah, whatever. Okay, maybe. Okay, let's just go with that. God.
Who is Hughes?
Can we do Studio 21 for 1,000?
Yeah, this will be.
What is 9 plus
What,
11?
what is
No,
2
What
plus
is 9
1?
plus 10?
What is 2 plus 1? That's a good one. That's
It's
a good
what
one.
is 2 plus 1. I'm
Yeah, what is
100%
2 plus
sure
1?
of this. Okay, that one was pretty good.
Oh my God.
Man.
I won't look.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do Tiger TV 600.
Yeah.
What?
There's got to be a year for something.
Wait. Wasn't this the year that their
The
fake
Soviet
movie?
Yeah.
Union. Oh.
I mean,
What was,
the
what, was
real
the, what was the year of their fake music video?
What was the year that Ropera by
Sally
Sally and
and
Sons.
Sons
Sally and Sons?
came out?
Oh.
Oh, that's not the exact.
The
year.
original production year of the recently Vault release.
So close.
Yeah.
I was going to say
we're
Soviet
very-
Union collapses, but
Oh my God.
that's right.
Okay. Let's
I know
do.
history.
Let's go lower stakes for one, maybe, and do
Yeah, let's
like,
do Newswave 200.
Yeah.
Sounds nice and easy. Better be.
The Cake Bandit.
I
don't know.
quit.
Does anybody know stuff about? Does anybody know stuff about Newswave? The only
No.
thing I know about Newswave is James.
I don't
Hi,
care.
James.
Who
What?
is Lyra? What is Lyra? I don't know. You're like pointing
Where are
at
you gonna
yourself,
mime it
Lyra.
Mime it out.
Possum.
Okay, cool.
No, what is possum?
What is possum? What? What?
How are we supposed
What?
to get that
Is
from
this
real?
possum?
No, that actually, that's so cool, actually, when you think about it. Like, that's actually a really cool question.
We had to get the date.
Well, yeah,
You
it's
had
the
to get
exact
the
phrasing.
date
of
and
it.
the
Exact
passcode.
phrasing. Exact
Okay,
phrasing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Which ones haven't we done? I don't
Okay.
remember
600.
anymore.
I guess Not So Late Show 200. I know
Yeah.
we haven't
let's
done
do
that.
that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. What is the late and not so,
So
late?
What is
show?
not so?
what
is
is
not-
what the Not So Late Show is not?
No, that's a good one.
That's actually a good one, yeah.
I guess they are alive.
That's awful.
so close.
That's so bad.
Okay.
So bad.
Oh,
All right. Tiger TV
reading
for
this.
1,000.
Okay.
I don't think we've done that.
I don't think
we haven't. We got this.
Miniature pony.
What do you call a short pony?
What is Zane's favorite meal?
Right on the money, too.
I know. Miniature pony.
How'd you guess?
I mean, come on.
What high profile
What?
guest? What?
Oh, I wish I was there for that.
No, me too.
Why?
Not just for the pony, not the not
Okay,
the other
Nate.
stuff.
Dude, my brain for
Hey.
like 2 seconds thought that was
Okay.
Y'all haven't done.
That.
You haven't done 200 for Studio 21.
Do that one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
do, just do
Whatever
like the
we
rest
have
of
is
Just
that.
tell
that
us the
we
stuff we
Let's
haven't
do
done.
it. Neither.
Okay.
I'm gonna blank on this one.
have. Me too.
Which of the next 2 questions are we gonna get correct?
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I mean, it's known for crime now, after this most recent
Yeah.
like, Gossip Guru segment.
No, because like, yeah, Nate and I just confessed everything.
What?
Yeah. Wait. Okay. I don't know. At
I don't
least
know, at
3.
least 3. How many of these have we gotten wrong?
How many directors in the Not So Late Show have been filed for arson or whatever crime?
Filed for divorce.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know what that means.
All your printers in one place.
Okay,
Awesome.
Guys, we are not sponsored.
I think we're gonna call it there for now, guys.
we did really well, by the way.
Yeah, really well.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you today on Studio 21.
We hope you enjoyed all of our April Fool's shenanigans.
Now, go out and do some Twix on your own. Create an army of fools.
And we'll be back next week for our regular scheduled programming. Thanks for tuning in to Studio 21.